playing the Ron and Fez Show, XM202.
Hey, Harry, come on in here. I guess Harry is on his winter break, huh?
Yeah, from college. I think he goes to NYU.
Yeah, NYU is. You're on winter break now, Harry?
Yeah, I have to drop one more thing off today at NYU, but yeah.
What are you dropping off today?
A last paper.
What's it about?
There was a paper I did about comedy.
What you ought to do is stand-up comedy, the last form
of virality.
Of virality. This was brought to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's your paper.
Mm-hmm. And it's a shitty paper.
What makes you say it's a shitty paper?
It was put together rather quickly. It's just really ways to. It's really me trying to find something that I can relate to the.
Teach me something. What is orality?
Orality was a topic that we're studying in this class called communication as a medium.
Uh-huh.
And it was the idea. Orality is like before we had written words. That's the way people would communicate. It's a concept by Walter J. Ong.
Uh-huh. And we don't anymore? We don't talk?
We do, but it's not. Orality is kind of like the culture when we would only talk, or the art of storytelling also.
Right.
Like maintaining things by telling stories or tales. Then that's the way you passed on information in history through like fables and things. Mm-hmm. We don't really have that anymore because we have the written word. So there's no need for that.
Stand-up comedy, the last form of orality. And who's this Ong?
Walter J. Ong.
Yeah. And what's the difference? How did society change from when we were spreading stories?
Oh, God, I can never do this in class. Now you're going to make me do it on air.
Well, you're getting your degree, right?
Yeah. Well, the basic idea is we tend to be less as far as the creative aspect of storytelling. We don't do that anymore as an art form. Or we're more dependent on words in the sense that whatever is written down, the way we write changes the way we speak. Mm-hmm. You know, that type of deal.
To be more effective, shouldn't you go in and just tell this all to your professor instead of writing it down?
They asked me for a term paper. So.
Seems kind of defeating the purpose.
Yeah, but then again, would you want to sit through like 20 students all giving their lecture, or you can just take those home and grade them?
All right, let's see where it ends up here. For some reason, although it may not always be a big part of pop culture, stand-up comedy seems to survive the technology boom. Perhaps it's because it's remained an underground form of art that is free of sponsorship or censorship, unlike television or music. Or perhaps it's because in the world of stand-up comedy, change only brings in new material for satire and fodder. The development of cable TV. Hey, 500 channels and there's nothing on. Cell phones. Everyone has one. I just saw a homeless guy on the subway with one. The internet. Hey, enough with the junk email about penis enlargement pills.
Did I fuck that up?
It's two ends. If I want a bigger penis, I'll ask you. Reality TV. Survive on an island for 30 days? Try surviving in New York City on minimum wage. If you create something, we'll make fun of it.
Yeah, that's all stuff that I've heard people do over and over again.
You should have put some jokes in there as examples.
It's not my material, Earl. You can fucking cling that sound effect all you want, asshole.
Why are you yelling at Earl?
Because he's trying to get back at me for what happened the other day by playing, the gong sound effect.
Hey, like the invention of the rim shot.
Hey, again, it's not my material. It's just shit I've heard comedians do over time.
Why'd you keep typing in "hey"?
I don't. Did I really?
Yes.
Did I start it?
Every one of those lines starts with "hey."
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That was mostly written in at a couple hours in the morning before I could get up and do this.
I don't understand it.
It doesn't. It's not a good paper. It's just enough to pass.
With the Vietnam War, the American culture was changing. Social awareness had risen and changed our entertainment sensibilities.
God, throw in one more cliche.
Well, look at television as a comedic landscape. The public no longer content with pleasant shows like The Brady Bunch and 8 is Enough. Instead, they were replaced with more socially relevant comedies, such as All in the Family, Good Times, and Maude. False. They ran the same fucking time. Matter of fact, 8 is Enough probably come on is last out of all those.
It was on well after All in the Family.
I didn't really have time to do the research.
I just lie and make shit up.
Your bibliography ought to include a TV guide.
God, this is hideous.
Yeah, it's terrible.
And you're going to take a diploma off these people.
Well, I mean, the other papers were strong. Just the last one. I had so many papers do it once, I couldn't make them all good.
The general public seems to be more comfortable trusting a comedian like Jay Leno than they do with a newsman like Dan Rather. So you think people are getting their news from Jay Leno?
Not necessarily, but I feel people are more comfortable with that type of that hearing Jay than they would trusting Dan. But I don't know. It's not anything that I really strongly believe in either way on that. I just had to write something to hand it in.
I like when you write this. What's funnier than a monkey wearing a suit? I mean, look at him. He's got a suit on. What is he, going to a job or something? Monkey in a suit.
Why did you write out the ha?
You crazy monkey. You better sit down. You're going to end up tearing that jacket. Here you do 3 paragraphs about the pie in the face. Why does it work? What is that all about?
It's an analogy about life in the world. Yeah. I think the pie represents
Come closer
society.
So I can do a spit take. Come closer. I want to do a spit take. That'll be the professor. He'll be just going to go, looking at Harry's new paper. What? What?
Monkey in a suit.
There's
3 paragraphs about banana peels in the middle of it.
Here's Chris. Chris, you're on Fez.
Hey, how's it going? I said, listening to Fox News, I just heard Harry got offered the new job with Bill O'Reilly as a fact finder.
Yeah.
What's this about the show 8 is enough?
I'm
not challenging the cast of 8 is enough to come on the show, though.
Randy, you're on Run of Fez.
Big Ass 307.
Way to go with school for us.
Hooah! Yeah, just like Darwin had the origin of the species, Harry has the origin of a hack.
Origin of a hack.
There's one chapter in this paper called Pants, Pants, Pants.
Yeah.
Why didn't you put the pants joke in there?
Tell
us the pants joke.
I'm done telling that joke.
Remember
I got that
it.
at Saturday all night. That was my favorite joke. I used to love
what
that
is
show.
it?
Blah, blah, blah.
I forgot it.
No,
Just tell me one last time.
Damn well what it is.
I really don't know
forget
it.
Nothing.
I was out with a heart attack that week. How does it go?
Yeah, how does that go?
No, I'm not
Come
doing
on.
the pants joke anymore.
Do it one last time.
No.
One last time.
Pants,
The last
pants,
time was
pants,
supposed to be the last
pants,
time.
Pants,
You can pants all you
pants,
want. It's not going to happen.
Come on,
I'm
buddy.
not doing the pants joke.
Come on, buddy.
That joke is, I hate that joke. I will never tell that joke again.
Let me just hear it.
It's like Sympathy for the Devil. I won't play it.
Do you just cringe every time you see it on a Seinfeld rerun, too?
You get no joke.
Don't you just hate pants? How does it go, though?
No, I don't want to tell it. I'm not going to tell it. Because I always tell it. It always bombs. I don't even like it anymore.
What if we promise to really laugh this time?
I don't believe that.
Your professor's name is Vasu?
Yeah.
Vardadon?
Indian, yeah.
Terror you.
Yeah.
Listen, I just go to the classes.
Why don't you just call this paper Finding Comedy in the Muslim World?
Because I wanted to make money at the box office.
Oh, he's got to attack Albert Brooks
I love
again.
Albert Brooks, but it won't make any money.
Yeah. Here's Scott. Scott, you're on Run Fez.
Hey, Ronnie, I thought Harry said it was called orality, but I think it's really called O'Reilly, the art of passing on stories.
Why are parents forced to waste money on a college education? This is what the fucking kids handed in. Shit about Bernie Mac, David Brenner, and 8 is enough. As if it matters. Why not just wipe your ass, hand it in?
I wish I could. If I felt that would get me a
well, you guys use your hand.
Oh, that's
Come on,
awful,
do the
man.
pants joke.
I'm not doing the pants joke.
Come on, once.
No, I'm not doing the pants joke.
Do the pants joke, and we promise we'll read everyone your chapter on Waylon Flowers and Madam in your term paper called Funny Puppets.
I'm very pro on Wayland, not so much on Madam.
Here's Roger. You're on Run Fez.
Yeah, hey, Fez, Miss Ron.
Yeah, go ahead, Roger.
Okay. Hey, I was listening to XM Comedy Channel last night. There was a guy named Chris Poncia. He had better material than Harry, and he's retarded.
Well, Harry's retarded, too.
Well, I haven't taken a test yet, but...
You know this retarded comic?
No.
Book him.
Harry's missing the comic
Finally,
chromosome.
a fucking stand-up show I feel like going to.
Retarded stand-up
I'll just be fucking screaming the whole time.
Yeah, isn't one of your chapters in your term paper about Jerry Jewell, the comic from Facts of Life?
She's not retarded, though, right?
No, she has muscular dystrophy or something like that.
I don't know. What's that, Fez? Pants joke?
It's the pants joke, and it's the original version from Seinfeld.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's compare this. We've never compared it before, right?
I'm not.
How does yours go?
I'm not doing it. I don't want to do it anymore.
I bet yours is funnier, Harry.
All right, let's hear it.
Again with the sweatpants.
God, uncomfortable.
You know the message you're sending out to the world with these sweatpants? You're telling the world, I give up. I can't compete in normal society. I'm miserable, so I might as well be comfortable.
Almost word for word.
Well, it doesn't matter. I'm not doing it anymore. It's done.
Now you tell it, Harry.
No, I'm not telling it. So if Earl has it, let him play it.
I could dress better now, you know. I couldn't wear certain clothes when I was bigger, you know. Like I couldn't wear sweatpants. Because when you're thin and you wear sweatpants, it always looks like you're playing some kind of sport. But if you're fat and you wear sweatpants, it just looks like you've given up on pants. You know, I mean, not really an appealing look for anyone involved, I don't think.
I like the way you say sweatpants. Hey, everybody, I'm wearing sweatpants. It's Hack and Harry, and he's wearing sweatpants.
Welcome to Edward G. Robinson's Comedy Club.
Or were you trying to do George Costanza?
No, I was just trying to be me.
I'm trying to be me. Keith, you're on Run and Fez.
Hey, guys, how's it going today?
Okay.
Jerry Jewell had cerebral palsy, and she used to do stand-up bits about getting a waitressing job at Shakey's.
Oh, good stuff.
Oh, and last week when I was telling my cousin Jason that I was going to bring cookies, I actually was telling him, because he listens to your show, and I couldn't get in touch with him, that when I go to his parents' house for Christmas Eve, I'm bringing the cookies. There was no inside thing there.
I have no idea what you're talking about yet. So the next time you have to explain this fucking call, too.
The last time when I called in about Jerry Jewell, I was just trying to say that I was getting my girlfriend an engagement ring for Christmas. I don't know what he's talking about.
Hey, Jeremy, you're on Run and Fez.
What's up, Buddays?
Hey, buddy.
Listen, Harry can make that joke his own if you changed it to sweatshirts. Like, you just give up.
Why don't you do that? Sweatshirts. Try it.
Nah.
Just so we can see.
No, I don't want
to. This last form of orality, how it changes if you just change one word.
No,
Remember this from comedy. No is never funny. No is never funny.
Neither is that joke the 100th time.
I know, but let us just try it with sweatshirt.
You really feel that if I change it to sweatshirt...
No, I want to teach you about doing a show, okay? If you're not going to do something, you've got to do something else. Your problem is always you just dig in your heels and you got nothing.
I used to tell the joke all the time, and then it's just
I never remember you saying it. I've only heard it once.
I'd like to hear it with the shirt version.
I don't want to do the shirt joke. I don't want to do. It's already the pants joke.
If you got
I'll
a new joke,
jokes.
something new that you can do for us?
I don't want to do any more jokes because they just bomb on this show. I
No.
do terrible. Yes, they do. They all do.
I don't believe
They
you.
all do.
Would they kill on O&A?
No.
I'll book you on O&A.
No, I tried that once, and that was like a gang rape. I remember that. That didn't work out well for me.
That's the last time you were in the same room as them, too, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
I thought you got a laugh from Opie. Oh, no, he just said, I hate Harry.
That's right.
And then he goes, I'm serious. I'm not kidding. I hate Harry. Which was a little bit uncomfortable. Fez, did you think he did well or tubed?
Tubed. Yeah. But I think you live and you learn.
Well, let's see. What did Anthony say? I think Anthony liked you.
Harry is a lion sack of cunt.
Lion sack of cunt.
So that's weird. First of all, you would have to have a sack full of cunt. And then it would have to start lying.
Nut, you're on Run and Fez.
Hey. Hello?
Yeah, Nut, go ahead.
It's Canute.
Whatever.
Well, anyways, I was wondering who else does Harry rip off from?
I like the name Nut better for you.
Okay, whatever. Bye.
Bye. Have you ever lifted from anybody else, Harry?
No, I've never purposely lifted anything from anyone.
Purposely?
The pants joke I wrote on my own, but apparently that's, similar to the Seinfeld
What did Billy used to call it?
Parallel thinking.
Right.
Yep.
Parallel writing.
Parallel writing, that's it.
He would call it parallel writing, as if he and Larry David, the two greatest experts of this generation, Harry and Larry, both came up with the same little gag.
You ought to just do a paper on parallel writing.
Yeah.
And then turn in someone else's paper.
All right, let's bring in a young comic. Than, come on over and I don't know whether you've seen this yet, but see if you agree with it.
Than, of course, was in the comedy competition against Harry. Than actually won it, hands down.
Have you had a chance to see his paper yet, Than?
I just remember penis.
Yeah. It might do you some good, though, one night
I
before
can't believe I spelled that wrong twice.
you go out to the club, and then you'll have something like this to go off of. Maybe this is the type of thing that young comedians will be reading for years ahead.
This treatise?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't spent enough time with this, unfortunately. I tried at the bar the other day, but that might not have been the best forum for reading
a
this
term paper.
This thesaurus fest.
It was being passed around a bar?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure it was.
Now, do you guys ever bump into each other on your comedy travels?
No.
Work different clubs?
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't really worked much since I started on the show. I've only done maybe 10 spots total in the last couple months, which is kind of low.
Where you been working out of?
A lot of stuff at UCB. I've been doing stand-up in New York.
It seems to be
improv.
You're more the UCB type guy now, right?
Not necessarily. That's just a...
What is that called, that one-man show? It's not exactly stand-up.
Alternative?
Is it alternative to laughter?
I haven't really... I haven't really been doing the one-man show thing at all. There's just occasionally there's some shows that they do where they do stand-up, and I'll get on one of those.
Harry's done a great stand-up thing, and Fez and I went to see him as soon as we got here to New York. And it was basically, Harry was doing stand-up, and in the background, they were showing Michael Moore's movie over and over and over as Harry stood in front of it.
That works.
Yeah.
You get people in for Fahrenheit.
And then my favorite thing that you did, though, was attack the Yankees and George Steinbrenner. In the middle of this whole thing against George W. Bush and the war in Iraq, he just starts lacing into the Yankees and Steinbrenner.
And to the chagrin of Eastside Dave, who was the only person who
Eastside
spoke
Dave
up that
started
night.
yelling, "Fuck you!" doing this thing. Because he's a big Yankees fan. He's sitting there with a Yankees hat on.
And then afterwards was like, great job.
Yeah.
Except for the Yankees thing. And still, I think even Saturday night, every time I see him, he always brings up the why did I pick on the Yankees?
He was really pissed. And nobody understood why he came out.
Well, no, it was related to something I was talking about, why we were having congressional hearings about, steroids in baseball, and that it didn't matter, and that people are always going, oh, it's a national pastime. Like, really? Do you think that's what the owners care about, the national pastime? Is that why they charge you $4 for a bottle of water? Because they give a shit about the pastime? And then I did a joke where I said, George Steinbrenner wouldn't piss on you for less than $50 in a Ticketmaster service charge. And that's where Eastside went nuts.
Yeah.
So that's the alternative.
Yeah.
Too funny.
Yeah. Although the piss on you stuff is good.
Why did I do piss on me?
You just said George Steinbrenner wouldn't piss on you. So I thought that was the joke part.
Yeah.
So you got to have... What you should have had is a slide of George Steinbrenner actually pissing on somebody.
If I ever do that show again, I'll think about it. I'll add a slide.
Yeah, there's a lot of slides in that show.
Well, there are a lot of visual
bits. You use any slides at all, then?
No, I try to just tell things.
Tell jokes.
Yeah.
Orality.
Yeah.
Orality.
If I could be so bold. Yeah, I mean, I don't want people to feel like they're at a meeting. I want them to feel like they're there for a good time.
Well, listen. A meeting. It's just
was
visual
like an
gags.
Our projected sales this year, if you look at slide 14...
It's a PowerPoint that he's going for everybody.
I did do a lot of material about synergy.
What?
I said, no, forget it. I'm not going to repeat it.
And ways to cut back and say,
I want to know. I want to know. I'm trying to learn.
You will have to live without it.
Yeah.
For the rest of your life, you'll wonder what awful joke I said that bombed.
I wanted to know about this alternate comedy.
The alternative to Ghana.
No,
to funny.
Alternate.
Oh.
So you're just actually, it's a bypass, really.
It's an understudy,
yeah. Here is Steve. Steve, you're on Run and Fez.
Hey, it's sort of like the music business. I play guitar a lot, and I noticed that one thing, it's the same stuff over and over again. It's the same notes, same basic chords. You just put your flavor and your spin on it. So I think
Do you ever notice that people who write hit songs don't say that, though? It's only guys who rip off hit songs. Yeah. You never would hear, Bob Dylan, I just hear other songs and I just start to sing the same thing.
Then Harry would have songs like I Want to Hold Your Hand.
I Want to Hold Your Glove.
Yeah, like if you listen to you told me when you saw Elvis Costello at that, it was not really a performance per se. He said, well, Allison is, part Spinners, part Van Morrison, but you don't really hear it.
Right, it's not up to the person with my ear to be able to pick up on that.
Yeah, it's just that was what was going on through his head.
Here's Bingo Pants. Bingo Pants, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, guys, I just wanted to see if next time Harry's on, you could all issue like a waiver or some kind of disclaimer, because I'm trying to drive, and his joke telling is really becoming a distraction. I about fell asleep a couple of times and all.
Harry, go ahead and just slap out some stuff.
No more jokes.
Well,
I'm
do
done
whatever
doing
you
that.
want.
Prove this
I don't
guy
wanna do
wrong.
anything. I just want those phones to blow out.
Turn this bingo pants
I want-
around.
Yeah, it sounds like you don't have enough time to get up on stage, so maybe you should just practice here.
Read your chapter on seltzer bottles from your term
I'm going
paper.
off the road again.
Ron and Fez. XM 202.